Where's the fire? Where's the blood bending? That's something that can be done. She can do it. Where's the no? That's a crucial ability, bro. Y'all ready? All right. So look, this is Korra versus Storm, Avatar versus Marvel Death Battle. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Korra. You know what I'm saying? Not as much as Aang. You know what I'm saying? Last Airbender, but she's up there. You feel me? And Storm, hey, Storm, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? So we finna check this out, man. Let's. I don't know. I gotta hear the stats. I know how core works, but when they tend to do Marvel and superheroes, they use a lot more comics than movies. So I was never really too much of a comic person. So we gotta see.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Blue Chew.
Blue Chew is a one-of-a-kind service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
We don't want to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care that your PP can't stand up. That's not my problem. That's not my problem.
Avatar Korra, the master of all four elements.
Storm, the X-Men's goddess of the storms.
Yep.
Weather.
The building blocks of our natural world are nothing if not tempestuous and unpredictable.
Which means you gotta be some kind of badass to control them. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
10 years?
Avatar
Nice.
Inc., savior of the world, uniter of four nations, destroyer of cabbages. But like all avatars, after decades of service, he passed away. Humanity would have to move forward and prepare his next reincarnation to take up his mantle. But who could fill Aang's shoes? Her name was Korra.
Wiz?
Yo.
Who is that?
Did you leave the door open again?
Korra? Yo, I actually really like the show Korra. It was like it was just a darker version of Avatar. Like it brought like Avatar is like was like, okay. How can I say that? Avatar was fire and Avatar was dope, but it was very smiles. It wasn't really ever, you know what I'm saying? This really shows like kind of like the negatives a little bit more, and it pushes you in the older direction. You know what I'm saying? Avatar Avatar was a lot more goofy. This is a lot. It was less goofy. It was still goofy, but it was a lot less goofy and more like, oh shit, that's nuts. Like, yo, bro, this shit's crazy.
Deuces.
And it focused a lot on bloodbending, which I liked a lot. Never watched none of
Unlike
them,
her
bro.
carefree predecessor, the hot-headed, obstinate Korra was an Avatar prodigy from day one.
I'm the Avatar! You gotta deal with it!
Well, Aang struggled to accept his role in the world. Korra never wanted to be anything else.
Not only
Full name Korra 5'7", contains a light spirit, likes pro bending.
is she an expert hand-to-hand
Dragon
fighter on her
Sony.
own, as a bender, Korra can manipulate the natural world around her through martial arts. And as the Avatar, she is the only living being who can bend all four elements at once.
Water, earth, fire, air. Not you.
Straight from the Southern Water Tribe, Korra can control tendrils of water, form massive walls of ice, and generate huge tsunamis.
Aang once raised the sea level to put out these huge fires. Looking at the size of the area and what it'd take to submerge it, he had to move over 35 million metric tons of water.
And
Oh,
since
damn.
Korra is a reincarnation of Aang and every past Avatar, she should be just as powerful.
With earthbending, Korra can heave big-ass boulders around, shape and control metal, and even tear apart the ground beneath her enemy's feet. Kinda like when her Avatar ancestor Kyoshi broke off a chunk of a continent, dragged it across a bay, and basically just created a new island named after herself. Queen shit.
By measuring the size of
That shit was gas, bro. Shorty broke off an island and then moved it? Man, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Listen. Avatar is so, it's just the story of Avatar. Bro, the way they did Avatar in the movie really pissed me off because, like, it did not embody anything that Avatar was about, bro. You've watched Avatar? I can say I've rewatched Avatar, I think 3 times. And then the IRL movie, yeah, the IRL movie was shit. The IRL movie was shit. We don't talk about the movie. Like I said, we don't talk about the movie. And then I think Legend of Korra I watched twice.
The island to get its mass and the size of the bay to get the distance Kyoshi dragged it. Displacing this much rock would require an energy over 21 gigatons of TNT. That's almost 15 times more energy than the entire world's nuclear arsenal detonating at the same time.
With firebending, Korra can fire blasts of, well, fire, jet into the sky like a rocket.
So arsenal and abilities: glider staff, yes. Earth bending, earth levitation, earth wall, metal bending. No. See, they're forgetting a crucial part. Water bending, water tower, steam manipulation, ice air bending, avatar state, combining all powers, energy bending, bending removal can grant bending, spiritual energy. Where's the fire? Where's the blood bending? That's something that can be done. She can fucking do it. Where's the no? That's a crucial ability, bro. If a person can literally control your body by controlling the blood in your body, where's the blood bending, bro? I wonder if they'll. I hope they get to it because, but even still, like it should be listed here. Nah, that's a crucial part, bro.
Or breathe like a friggin' dragon.
The perfect element to match Korra's hot-headed temper. However, her final element was completely different. Due to its inherently zen, free-flowing nature, Korra struggled at first to master airbending.
Yeah.
But like all good prodigies, she figured it out anyways.
With airbending, Korra can shoot powerful gusts of wind, fly around on tornadoes, and create a cute little air scooter.
She used this element to defeat the bloodbender Amon, who was fast enough to dodge lightning.
He's not the only one. Zuko and Iroh have caught and dodged lightning as well, and Iroh even caught one from the sky.
And that nigga said, ugh. That shit was so gas, bro. But see, they're saying, so they're mentioning bloodbending, but they're not saying that she can, bro, she can fucking bloodbend. She literally can. Yeah, that nigga, hey, that nigga was gas. Hey, I hate to say it, listen, hate to say it. What was her fucking name? She was crazy, but she was fucking, like, what's the name, sister? Somebody, please. What's the name, sister? Damn, I can't remember either of their fucking names right now. Somebody, please. Azula, bro. Even though she was fucking crazy, bro. The blue fire, bro. That shit, it just like, I was like, oh my god, this shit is gas, bro. Oh my god, I can watch Avatar over again.
Leader of a lightning bolt moves at 60,000 meters
I literally
per second.
can.
Comparing the distance Amon moved relative to the bolt, he must have been moving over 200 times the speed of sound.
But Korra's more than just a badass martial arts superhero. She also acts as the bridge between the mortal and spirit worlds.
The spirit world is a separate plane of
She was a
reality.
villain?
And
I
Korra
know,
is
but it was-
stronger while she's
it was
physically
still dope,
there.
though.
Her direct connection isn't coincidence. She and every avatar before her are fused with the spirit of light, Rava. Every time the avatar dies and reincarnates, Rava searches out the spirit to bond with their new body, a staple of Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. I've done a lot of research into reincarnation, which I'll demonstrate today with Boomstick and this anvil.
Wait, whoa!
Now, the Avatar is usually reborn into a different nation, but I've set this up so Boomstick will reincarnate into the nearest
late
vessel.
am I?
This identical clone body.
Not too late. Oh
Hey,
shit.
Wiz, I feel funny.
Why are there two of me?
Nah. You're not too late, bro. We just started.
Where'd my banana go?
Nah, nasty.
Cut off his leg and everything.
Speaking of messing with your soul, Korra can remove or restore your bending, bring her past lives for advice, and tap into the kick-ass Avatar state.
The Avatar state massively boosts Korra's raw bending power, turning her into effectively a demigod and the de facto most powerful being on the planet, if she wasn't already.
Despite that, Korra's no stranger to failure. She was severed from her connection to the past avatars and was almost killed while in the Avatar state,
That's
which would have
crazy.
ended her cycle of reincarnation entirely.
That last brush with death left her physically and emotionally crippled for years. Even after physical therapy, her fiery spirit struggled to reignite.
Korra's entire identity was wrapped up in being the Avatar, all the way from day one.
And the biggest
Bro, the thing is, they're really not even mentioning the fact that she can blood bend, which is insane. That's all. That's key. That's key, bro. That is key.
trials she had to face were when her place in the world was challenged. Would everyone be better off without an avatar, or bending at all?
But Korra's nothing if not one hell of a fighter. No matter what life threw at her, she always got back up to kick ass.
Korra once blocked an energy blast from a giant
Okay.
spirit cannon, which
Okay, made thousands of tons of ice to restrain. Okay, survived a 5.3 megaton spirit cannon explosion. Survived an acute metal poisoning. Started a new avatar cycle after the previous one had been severed. Defeated Amon. Okay,
created this massive crater in the center of
but
Republic
why are you not talking about the blood bending? That's what's needed to be discussed here.
City and almost killed everyone.
Taking a
Blood
look at the
bending is
width and depth
overpowered,
of this
but
crater
she
and
has
assuming it
that
was all
power.
vaporized, Korra must have held
You
back a
can't,
blast worth
nah,
almost
bro.
6.
You can't just nerf a character like that. That is an ability she has.
Megatons of
can't just
TNT.
nerf her
More
like that.
queen shit.
And
Even though
during
it's
harmonic
overpowered?
convergence, Korra tapped into enough spirit energy to turn into a giant kaiju and battle the dark avatar Unalaq for the fate of the world.
Whereas I told you, we don't talk about season 2. Okay, 1 was cool.
From taking down anarchist revolutionaries to fascist empires, Korra proved herself as an avatar worthy of her forebearers.
With her teammates Mako and Bolin, teachers like Tenzin and Toph, and badass girlfriend Asami by her
Fucking
side,
Toph.
there was nothing.
Hey, I'm sorry. Toph more lit than all these niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Toph is my nigga. She never used it. Even though she never used it, she has the ability to do it. You see what I'm saying? You can't just not like say she can. Even though she never used it, she can. Toph was a dub. Toph was that big. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up power, but it's a power she has. Can't just nerf her. Right? They can at least list it.
She couldn't do
Queen shit?
queen shit.
Come on, little girl. Give me your best shot.
Bang! Right there. Pap! I remember that shit.
Chump.
Boomstick. Do you know what happens to a
Okay.
person who's struck by lightning?
The same thing that happens to everything else?
You got it.
Do you know what happens to white-haired mutants whose parents are killed by a plane crash? They become badass weather witches.
After Aurora Monroe's parents were
This is why I could never see black women with white hair, bro. It reminds me of Storm, bro, and then it's just like, you superhero ass bitch. I like that. That's like, bro. Every time I see a black woman with white hair, it automatically reminds me of Storm, bro.
that, she was forced to fend for herself on the streets of Cairo under the tutelage of Ahmed El-Jabbar.
The life of a street rat wasn't doing it for Aurora, so she took off across the Sahara in search of a real home.
And that's when she began to master her mutant powers. In the same way that Homo sapiens, humans, evolved from earlier hominids like Homo erectus. Go ahead. Homo superior, or mutants, are an offshoot of regular humans.
Late 20s, height 5'11", 145, nickname Wave Rider, former queen of Wakanda. Deadass? Wait, deadass? Worship as a weather goddess. Former... That I did not know. I'd see, yeah, wait, really? Yeah, I didn't know that either. What the hell? Was it was in the comics? Oh, see, I don't...
They possess the X gene on their 23rd chromosome that effectively grants them superpowers.
But it's a lottery. You could end up like old Beak here. Ugh.
Or you could end up like Aurora and possess complete control over the weather itself, while being super hot, unlike Beak.
No.
For all she knew, she was a goddess sent straight from heaven. And that's exactly what the local tribes thought when she arrived in her ancestral Kenyan homeland.
Aurora's mutant gene allows her to psionically manipulate the atmosphere.
Air manipulation. So fucking airbender. Okay, flight, tornadoes, fog. Fog is really, I mean, lightning bolts, EMP blast, shock waves, tsunamis, ice storms, rainfall. Senses extend across the globe, can manipulate individual storms. Weather powers work on other planets and dimensions. Like, okay.
Capable of summoning a hurricane with less than a conscious thought.
When she does feel like using
But
conscious
like, okay, so think about it. Now they said that the Avatar can, what was it, like 22 million megatons, or was it 22,000? I don't know. It was 22 something metric tons or megatons of water to put out fires. So yeah, you can move make a tsunami or a hurricane, but I don't know, bro. I gotta see what else.
Something Wiz tells me I struggle with. Aurora can create storms that cover the entire Earth.
Her weather manipulation isn't just powerful.
Wait.
Aurora can create storms that cover the entire...
Here is that. This is a shield that will protect the Earth. Okay, see, this is where you lose me, bro. This is where you lose me, bro. Like, I could cover the time, bro. Like, like some of the comments be over exaggerated in there, and then like these niggas take it to like verbatim. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some of these comics be like exaggerated a bit to capture the reader, and these niggas take it verbatim and use it. You know what I'm saying? That's like I don't know.
Her weather manipulation isn't just powerful, but precise. She can call upon massive tidal waves, conceal herself in fog, and even generate localized blizzards cold enough to freeze lava.
She can summon bolts of lightning, even ones that are continents away, or generate electricity inside your brain. And she once zapped Cyclops with enough lightning to restart an artificial sun called the Ring of Fire, a name that reminds me of the morning after Taco Tuesday.
Encircling the planet Polemarchus, the Ring of Fire provided all the same energy as a regular star.
But her favorite element is probably wind. With it, she can blow people away with tornadoes, suck the air out of a person's lungs, and generate enough lift to fly. She once flew...
You see, bro. You see what I mean, though? So she can take the air out of a person's lungs, but you can't give Korra bloodbending? That's insane. I'm sorry, that's insane. Taking the air out of someone's lung is just as bad as bloodbending. What the fuck?
Fast enough to reach the edge of Earth's atmosphere from ground level in just a few seconds.
By measuring the angle and size of the Earth to get the distance and estimating a time frame of about 5 seconds, Aurora had to have flown at 4,000 times the speed of sound. She can even manipulate solar winds to fly through space. Unlike winds on Earth, which are just the movement of air molecules through the atmosphere, solar winds are streams of charged particles, mostly electrons and protons, ejected from the sun.
Almost as crazy as how she can breathe in the vacuum of space. She creates a mini atmosphere around herself by gathering, stray hydrogen atoms. Atoms, those are like really small last time I checked. Are these writers just giving her whatever powers they want now?
Y'all doing the same shit! Oh my god. Y'all picking and choosing who to give these powers to. This is crazy. Y'all literally just said, are these writers giving any power? Yes, they literally are.
How is that weather?
Aurora's abilities apply to any atmospheric conditions.
Don't get me wrong, I fuck with Storm heavy. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with both Korra and Storm, but it's just like you gotta be straight. You gotta be across the board with it, bro.
Whether they be in outer space or alternate dimensions. Essentially, anything even remotely considered weather.
Man, I wish I had crazy writers giving me random superpowers just because it's funny. That'd be awesome. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go use my rocket hands I've always had to get my beer out the fridge. Away!
Oh. Perhaps her most useful ability, though, is to sense changes in the weather with a pseudo-sixth sense. Aurora literally sees atmospheric patterns and energy as colors, with the world as her canvas.
Okay.
She's so good with it, she could track a jet flying over New York while she was fighting the Shadow King in Wakanda. That's on the other side of the planet. Yeah, no wonder everyone thought she was a goddess. She is.
Aurora enjoyed all the worship and admiration until the day she was contacted by an American, Charles Xavier, with an interesting proposal.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Join the X-Men. Oh, pretty please. They were eaten by...
Putting comic characters against non-comic characters is almost never it don't seem like it, bro. You gotta think like, okay, Korra was a show, bro. It wasn't a comic, and it's like when you're writing comics, you give things certain power. You put more exaggeration on it to make sure you're capturing the reader to continue to read. You don't have to do that much for a show. You don't have to do as much for a show as you do for a comic. You see what I'm saying? So the comic is always going to be OP. Because it's like they can do this and they can do that. And you really never see that shit in action. Like bro.
By this living island? It's a long story, but
didn't she get body in the... Right, like, they never live up to the same standards they'd have in movies. This is like, I'm sorry, you probably have to, you've got to put comic up against comic at these points. Like, movie never counts, but you're putting, like you said, movie doesn't count. So if movie doesn't count to how strong they are, then why are you putting show characters up against comic characters that are fucking OP as fuck?
short-staffed.
Xavier founded the X-Men as a team of mutant superheroes that would attempt to mend race relations between Homo sapien and Superior through non-violent means.
Because what better way to teach kids in the 60s about the civil rights movement than with a bunch of good-looking, lily-white teenagers with superpowers from upstate New York?
Feeling she had spent enough time blessing the rains down in Africa, Aurora agreed and was assigned the codename Storm.
And she more than earned the spot. She's proven herself worth...
Made a tornado visible from space, reignited the ring of fire, created a global spanning storm in seconds, dodged beams of light, led her own team of X-Men, defeated Cyclops, Polaris, Sinister, and
to wield Mjolnir,
Okay.
led a war against the Inhumans, and even survived a blast from her own lightning.
This is impressive considering her lightning is powerful enough to match Polaris, who once used her powers to punch through Earth's crust all the way to the planet's core. Assuming she pulverized
punching to the Earth's core. Like, nobody's doing this in a TV show, so why would you put a TV show character up against a comic character? That is insane.
used her powers to punch...
Oh, that is insane. That is insane. That is insane. Nobody's doing that on a TV show. You're giving her all the characteristics, all the things she can get. Bro, I gotta see this fight.
All the way to the
I don't
planet's
even want to
core.
guess.
Assuming she pulverized the cylinder of Earth all the way down, she had to have exerted over 15 teratons of TNT.
She once beat...
That's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. I gotta
the
see this
mutant
fight.
Callisto in unarmed combat, and Callisto has apparently mastered every single martial art known to man.
Despite her unbelievable power, Storm has trained extensively in hand-to-hand combat. Get it? It also probably didn't hurt that she's fast enough to dodge literal beams of light. Oh, but did you get it though?
Nope. And after kicking Callisto's ass, she became the queen of these sewer-dwelling mutants called the Morlocks. She really just couldn't escape being worshipped, could she? Even by grody underground monster people.
Well, she later married the Black Panther T'Challa and became Queen of Wakanda too, so she really runs the gamut.
But even demigods have their Achilles heels.
I did not know that.
Plane crash from her childhood left her crushed under rubble for days, giving her a bad case of claustrophobia that rears its ugly head every once in a while.
But that's not enough to stop this queen.
of claustrophobia from her childhood left her crushed under rubble for days, giving her a bad case of claustrophobia that rears its ugly head every once in a while.
But that's not enough to stop this queen. After the departure of Scott Summers, Storm became the leader of the X-Men, because of course she did.
And when Geordie LaForge eventually came crawling back, the two fought over who would lead the team.
Despite Scott literally being able to shoot death lasers from his eyes, Storm kicked his ass. And even better, she didn't even have her powers at the time.
As it should be, because there's no one more devoted to her team than Storm is. She may be an Omega-level mutant, but her greatest superpower is her bottomless compassion.
Mess with her team, and you'll watch as Aurora's heart of gold quickly turns to ice, as she quite literally steals.
I'm not making a guess for this. I'm not making a guess for this. I'm not.
Your breath
I just gotta see it.
Testing me? It's time you remembered why they call me Storm.
I can't make a guess for this.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you're dealing with the emotional weight of leading the X-Men or maintaining the balance of the elements, or, you know, normal stuff because it's 2021 and everything's on fire, check out BetterHelp.
W better help. I just gotta watch. I can't.
I'm so bored.
Your powers are impressive, but you lack discipline.
I'm the Avatar, master of all elements. You want to see for yourself?
Of course, Avatar. I'll show you what an X-Men can do.
Water, lightning, and airbending? Starting to feel a little less special here.
Wait, what? Oh, he's about it. He's gonna kill a child? Nah, this is crazy. So then she uses the metal bending, but not... Right, the metal bending, but not the... This is crazy. Let me see.
I am Sal the Conqueror. My son Jesse. Mutant, if you find a mutant.
Nah, nasty Sonic.
Where am I?
She's in a spirit.
Who are you? Answer me!
She in a spirit.
Freak of nature.
She in a spirit.
Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Scott, Jean, Logan, I won't let you down!
My cabbages will never be safe.
You're no bender.
Avatar state, okay. She touched a whole new Earth's core.
what you are, Spirit of Storms.
Exactly. You fought nobly, Avatar.
KO! I think I just queen shit myself! This fight wasn't totally straightforward. Korra can dominate most fighters pretty easy with her raw bending power and martial arts skills, especially with the Avatar state. Not even some of the best benders on the planet like Zahir and Kuvira could stand up to her at her best.
However, despite Korra's awesome Avatar powers, she found herself outmatched by Storm's skill, precision, and overwhelming force. For instance, Storm's massively hypersonic flight and ability to sense and control weather across the planet meant she could always fight safely from a distance.
Korra's trained in martial arts from birth, but even if she did manage to get in close and fight hand-to-hand, Storm's experience with the X-Men and defeating Callisto meant she could keep up.
While Korra may have fought people who can dodge lightning, Storm can dodge literal beams of light. Even just using her flight speed exiting the atmosphere, she'd still be nearly 20 times faster than Korra.
Korra did have access to elements like fire and earth that Storm didn't. If she somehow found out about Storm's claustrophobia, she could theoretically trap her in some rocks to exploit it.
But Storm would be more than powerful enough to just break out. Her lightning was strong enough to match Polaris, who punched a hole in the earth all the way down to its core.
Yeah, ultimately, Storm was just way more powerful. Remember that planet-sized storm she created? Well, I know clouds are lighter than air, but those are a shit ton of clouds and need a lot.
Yeah, the comic versus TV show is too OP, bro. It is. It just is. Comic logic is not the same as TV show logic. Just got her head blown off just like the girl in the aquarium. Nah, nasty. Comic versus show logic is just it's too OP.
A lot of work to move around.
It's too OP.
By measuring their volume and the speed of...
Because like you're taking measurements from someone's like they're saying things to captivate the reader. It's just you can't beat that. A show, with some shows, there's certain things you can't do. You have to have at least a little bit of realism somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a little bit of realism. With comics, that's different. You're like, bro, it wasn't a fair. I knew it wasn't gonna be fair off rip. When I started just hearing what they were saying about Storm, just based off the comics, I just knew it wasn't gonna be a fair fight.
Moved. The energy Storm needed for this would be over 500 exatons of TNT.
Honestly, I feel like, yeah,
about 250 times more powerful than what Korra could output.
And considering this is the same woman who was powerful enough to reignite an artificial star, results like that aren't outliers.
Even taking the fight to the spirit world wouldn't have helped, considering Storm has manipulated alien weather from outer space and alternate dimensions. She'd have no problem adapting there. And considering Storm's powers are genetic in nature, not spiritual, Korra would not be able to depower her with energy bending.
And none of that is counting the ways Storm could have ended the fight right off the bat, like sucking the air right out of Korra's lungs or generating a lightning storm in her brain.
So
Korra was a tenacious, unrelenting opponent, but Storm's massive range, precise control, deadly skill, and unbelievable power won her this fight.
Don't get bent out of shape. Korra just couldn't weather the storm.
The winner is Storm.
Well, I don't need to see the next one because this one's old, but Avatar versus Full Metal Alchemist. Man, Death Battle, y'all be chatting, bro. I ain't gonna lie. WVid, still a W battle, you know what I'm saying? But anytime it's comic versus TV show, it's just not, there's no even matchup there. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, nah, man, W video.